Okay, guys, this is a little different. I recognize that. This is a new figure review that I'm doing. This is a figure review, and it is of the X Plus, the alternate version of Godzilla 2014. Pretty amazing. It's a really great X Plus figure. And I've had more X Plus figures, but for some reason they broke and I was too young to have them. So yes, this is basically my only surviving X Plus figure that is in good condition. And as a figure that's like that, it's awesome. I am really happy with it. I think that companies like Bandai and X Plus from Japan, for some reason, have problems making their MonsterVerse figures accurate. I don't know why that is, but it's a thing. I'm not sure if that's like because I heard from somewhere that SH Monster Arts, a Bandai company, before the film is done, that they kind of have to go off of concept art and stuff, so it's not completely there. That's why Scar King looks so weird in the SH Monster Arts. So that's probably what happened with Godzilla 2014. They probably didn't have the data or like the 3D data to sculpt this guy to make him look perfect like they do with the newer MonsterVerse figures, because I have seen the Godzilla from King of the Monsters, and that figure looks a lot more accurate to that film than this figure does to Godzilla 2014. But still, it's a really great figure, and this costed me about like $200 something. That's where this Godzilla is from. This figure is great, and the design is great. I am one of the minority that thinks the 2014 design is better than the KOTM design, the 2019 design. So that's something to think about with me. I prefer this design over the newer designs of the MonsterVerse Godzilla. So, and honestly, if they went in a more realistic direction, I wouldn't mind that. And honestly, that's what I would have preferred them to go into, is if they made a sequel to Godzilla 2014 that was so much like Godzilla 2014, but expanding on those ideas. I would have loved that. They didn't really do that completely. They kind of did, but it's really crazy now. MonsterVerse is in this crazy direction that is not the same as it once was. And I personally don't mind, but I get why some people do mind. It's something that is understandable. And so when Godzilla turned into Pink Godzilla and stuff, people were weirded out by that. And Godzilla x Kong: The New Empire is the highest grossing film of the MonsterVerse, but there's tons of people that just don't think it deserves it, which is kind of frustrating seeing people talk about it like that. Yeah, this figure. This came out in 2015, I think. It just makes me wish that X Plus would make a Muto. But yeah, that looks really good. It's a really great accessory. You can put it in his hand, but I don't really think it'll fit, or I don't know. It doesn't really work that well. Yeah, it doesn't work that well. I think the sculpt looks great. I love the roaring pose that it has, and out of all the figures to survive, I'm glad it's this one. Out of my X Plus collection, I'm glad it's this one. Because most of my X Plus figures, again, like I said, did not last at all. They are damaged, they are broken, because I was 10 when I got them, or 13, or really young to be getting figures like this. And I think I'm ready to collect X Plus a little bit more again. I might get, at bare minimum, 2 more after this guy. Yeah, I love the blue dorsal fins. As you can see, they look great. I love how the tail's curved up. It makes it so it's really good for shelf space. And the feet are that awesome elephant foot, which is really great for, just awesome. His face looks great. There's his face, looks awesome. And yeah, this figure is just a great figure. Oh shit. I'm just gonna do two size comparisons today because this is kind of a lot of stuff to deal with right now. So this is the Ultimate Godzilla from Godzilla -1, the charging version. And I think it looks pretty good next to this Godzilla. I mean, like, they are kind of accurate, actually. This is actually kind of a little bit of accurate sizing. So this is cool. I think they look cool next to each other just because of that alone. They're kind of accurate. Not as accurate as I would like, but they're still there. They're still almost there. So yeah, that's what they look like next to each other. Now for one more, he is next to the Kong from Godzilla X Kong from Playmates. This looks great. I love this sizing. So this looks good. Looks really nice. So yeah, that's cool. Handling my inner Fresh Final reviews, and he was a YouTuber I loved back then when I was really into X Plus, like really wanting to collect X Plus. I would just watch Rich Iso's videos on Godzilla figures, and I loved his videos. They were very nostalgic. Him and GoljiFan1993 were like the two YouTubers from the Godzilla community that I loved a lot back then, and I still do love them to this day. I recently watched some of Fresh Final's new reviews, and he still does a really good job at it. And I think that GoljiFan is a pretty chill dude. You know, he's a really chill guy, so I'm really happy that he's making content again. Really bummed out when he quit all those years ago, but now he's back, and it's awesome. I'm just happy he's back because he is my childhood. He's one of my childhood favorites from the Godzilla community, so he's awesome. And I think he had this figure too, so that's cool. He kind of sold his Godzilla collection, but that's a whole other thing. But yes, this figure, it is awesome. I love it because it's X Plus. It's stylized, but it still looks incredible. It still looks really fucking good. It's still really amazing, really well done. So yeah, this figure is great. So that's basically it, guys. That's my review of this guy. 10 out of 10. Get it if you have the money, or if you find it. If you find it anywhere. I checked on eBay, and they actually had the normal version of this guy for only $180 with maybe $16 shipping. That's a good fucking deal. I don't know. I don't think I'll get that figure, but for X Plus, but I mean, like, that is a good deal. That's a really awesome deal. So that's it, guys. 10 out of 10. See you guys later, and have a great day. Okay, guys, I'm back. I just wanted to let you guys know that review of the way I did that whole video, that is not the standard. I'm not going to be doing that for smaller figures, like 6-inch figures. That will be the white background. It's just that figure was so huge that I basically had to do it like that because it was just so big. So I think for X Plus figures, depending on the size, I'll be doing that setup. But besides that, 6-inch figures, some 12-inch figures from Bandai and stuff, those are good to be in the setup like that I did with the white background. So that's just what I'm gonna do. But it all depends on the figure and of how big the figure is, if I use that setup again. So it all depends. So see you guys later, and have a great day. See you guys later. Sorry.